Riveting content. Empowering your life. Welcome to the Sphere. This episode is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement.
Welcome back to another episode of Intermission. It's me again, Howard. I've missed you guys. I think I've been gone for about 3 weeks.
About 4 months.
4 months, there you go. And with me tonight is Arlene. How you doing?
I'm good. Have they missed me?
I think so.
No, they have.
Oh, you were here last week, right?
I was here last week, so clearly they're probably tired of me seeing my face.
No, I doubt that.
Oh.
How's your week going, though?
My week is good. I'm so glad. Today was the last day of work. Then I'm off. Go back to work on Monday. And get so much sleep, read some books, watch some movies,
Nice.
Do nothing.
Tomorrow is my favorite holiday of the year.
Because you're going to eat a lot of food?
Yes, it's the one time of the year I can be a glutton and no one judges me, so.
That you're admitting that you're a glutton?
Hell yeah.
Or, okay.
I don't lie to myself. Try not to anyways.
You should lie to others.
Oh, yeah. No, we don't even tell people that. But yeah, I like to lie to others.
But we've missed you, though.
Oh.
We missed the honey kiss skin, the whipping hair that's in the ponytail today.
Oh, there you go.
Shaking.
It didn't shake much, not yet, but.
Yeah, there you go. We've missed all the semi Aquaman-ish thing going on there.
This is the third time today.
Oh.
Elijah, shut up before I jump across this thing. Anyways, great show for you guys planned today. There's been some interesting movies that have been out.
Really good ones.
One of the ones that we've been looking forward to. We've got some interesting takes on this. Yeah. Fantastic Beasts. And then you saw Widows, and you got some great things to say about that.
Yeah, I do. I loved it. Yeah.
So, and then we got a few trailers for you guys. So, we'll just go ahead and dive right into this. Oh, there we go.
Oh,
yes.
There it is. Every time I'm on this show, I have an issue. Every time.
And normally we like to shout out everybody on Facebook Live, but right now we do not have the stream up on here. So I'm going to just say this once. What's up, everybody that's on there? Everybody that's going to join us. Appreciate you guys and all that good stuff.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah. But so with Fantastic Beasts, that came out last week, and I know a lot of you guys have seen that it's been critically panned, but I don't really agree with that. What about you?
The critics are really harsh on it, but it was not like a phenomenal movie.
Yeah. I think, though, so I think it's suffering from the same thing that's going on with like Star Wars and everything. Mm-hmm. There's all this hype surrounding it, so when you go in, you got these expectations, and then it doesn't live up to it.
Right.
So I think that's part of what played into it. But there were definitely, and we were discussing this earlier, a few plot holes in this.
There were a lot of holes, not enough development in certain areas. What we both agree on was that, and also how Johnny Depp did a phenomenal job. It was nice seeing him outside of a Tim Burton movie.
That was one of the things, too, that I was really, really looking forward to in seeing this, because Johnny Depp has been, for one of my favorite actors in Hollywood, but it just seemed like he'd been going down this dark spiral ever since Tim Burton turned him out.
And dark, it's been down that rabbit hole of nonsense. But it was really good. But not to give anything away.
Yeah, we're going to try and keep this as spoiler-free as possible, but there are going to be some details that we got to give out. The biggest ones won't be, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to go see it to catch all that. But Credence could have been played much better, more information, more depth for him. Just walking around looking lost and broken ailed my soul beyond belief.
So just to give you guys a little bit of background on the movie. So basically, at this point, Grindelwald has escaped, and we're trying to figure out who Credence is and why Grindelwald is so obsessed with him. Grindelwald, I'm going to pronounce it. I might go back and forth, just like they do in the movie.
Right, they do.
And we're trying to figure out why Dumbledore is so apprehensive about fighting him. There's all the rumors about them being lovers and all that.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of hand holding going on, a little backstory to them.
For sure. And I think one of the best things about this series is that there is no source material for you to go in and kind of ruin the movie for yourself. And I think that's something that the Harry Potter series suffered from. Same thing with like Lord of the Rings and all that, having to compare it to the source material. But one of the things that stood out for me with this is that even without a book to compare it to, it felt like there were a lot of things that were missing from the movie. It felt kind of incomplete, and that every storyline in this movie was kind of a secondary storyline to a primary storyline that we just didn't get.
And I think this was like the cushion movie for a third movie. There was so much going on, and you're like, oh, okay, this and that, but they didn't explain, like, should I say where's the other? Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, where's the other kid? Like you say something happened to your brother, and you did a swap-a-roo.
Yeah.
But where's the other kid?
Exactly. There's just some very glaring plot holes that don't make any sense. But one of the coolest things about the movie, though, not to get too hard on it, is that it is a very, very well shot movie. Jude Law, I know a lot of people will worry about seeing him as Dumbledore. Amazing.
Awesome job.
And when you understand like the relationship that Grindelwald had with Dumbledore, and knowing that they had to fight each other, you can see how Dumbledore's character would have shifted from being this outgoing, charismatic character to becoming this really shut-in kind of keeps to himself type hermit, I guess you would say.
It was good.
But it was really cool seeing that Dumbledore and Grindelwald were basically two sides of the same coin, because they're both extremely manipulative.
Oh no, they both manipulate people,
oh
and they use other people to do their dirty work. That's obvious. Their hands are never dirty.
What do you think was the weakest part of the whole movie?
There were many weak parts.
Single weakest part, yeah.
Shit. Okay, single weakest part for me, I think, was the Nagini. That was weak as shit.
Go ahead and cuss on
it. It was
this.
weak as shit.
Yeah.
I was really upset because the excitement of knowing that was going to be in the movie.
They hyped it up so much.
And I'm like, okay, so what you going to do? Her best parts were in the previews. Her best parts were all preview stuff. Other than that, she's clinging to him.
She had more lines in the previews than she did in the actual movie.
I don't know why.
I think, and my personal belief is that what they tried to do was trying to tie this universe that they're creating, or this part of the universe, tying it into the Harry Potter universe, because these movies literally have nothing to do with Harry Potter. There's really no mention of him.
Well, she wrote this screenplay. I think J.K. Rowling wrote this screenplay, or helped write the screenplay for this one.
Yeah.
Even if you're trying to tie it together, as powerful as that creature is, blood curse, you understand that there should have been more. Yeah. She clung to Credence the whole entire movie. They didn't tell you how they met, what made them develop their relationship. You had no idea why they were so close.
I think that's part of what the movie suffered too, is that there's a lot of things. So I think one of the benefits of having Harry Potter have come before this is that you understand what's in this universe is about, so they don't have to explain everything like portkeys and shit like that.
Right.
But what they didn't do well was establish who these characters are, because outside of Dumbledore, we don't have any kind of background on any of these characters besides what they give us.
None at all.
For me, one of the characters they did the best with, that you can understand the most, was Queenie.
I loved Queenie's character because her hurt. You loved her in the first movie. You fell in love with her in the first movie because she just seemed so sweet and loving. And I just want to be accepted. I want to have a regular life, and that carried over into this movie to where it drove her semi-insane to want that, and to lose all of that and to go in that direction. You're like, oh, Queenie, don't. That's the only thing I cared about in the movie. Yeah, that's it.
I'm not gonna lie. Actually, when you mentioned Queenie, this movie actually makes me think a lot about Star Wars, though. Like Grindelwald would be Palpatine in this. I got to figure out who Queenie would be, but Credence is Anakin,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody's being manipulated around to get to Credence,
You know how
and
I
even
feel
with
about
Queenie
this. I
being
said it
able to
was-
like read minds, like
I
he's
love
using
it.
that.
That's why he's going to use her. He needed
Mhm.
her.
No, for sure.
He needed her. And I think he has the ability to figure out what everyone's gift is. And Queenie was wanted for that particular gift.
Mhm.
But, I think it's like Professor X and Magneto, that shit going on.
Yeah.
I was like, these friends. I'm not saying that they don't work.
That's
I'm
exactly
just
what she's
saying. I didn't say that. I'm just saying they have an issue fighting each other.
Yeah.
But Queenie had the best storyline to me. It made the most sense, and it just carried through. And I love to see what they do with her in the third movie.
What's the deal with that magical hookah thing?
Magical hookah thing.
You didn't notice that?
What magical hookah
When
thing?
Grindelwald would walk around. He had his girl who was on the side of him carrying that skeleton head.
Oh,
and
and
he
he-
would just blow in and
I
then
think
tear
it
the
was,
future from.
and then he did it in the whole circle
Yeah, and the
thing
little
too.
and his
It's probably
his
opium
Nazi
or something.
rally.
I'm telling you, it's probably some opium.
I don't know,
shit.
but
because they hallucinated about war. As soon as he did it,
but it wasn't a hallucination though. He was showing everybody else this. It was like a smoke screen
I think
projector
it was
that he created.
I think it was a hallucinogenic.
I don't
I'm
know,
telling you.
but so just like in this movie, Johnny Depp's character walks around with this glowing skeleton hookah thing. It has this long pipe, and like the first time he did it, I thought he was just getting high. Like, he's over there just hitting this thing, and then he starts talking about like shit that's to come and all this. But the second time he did it, it was just a picture of Credence's head just floating. That's what it was
But
the first time.
remember, Dumbledore did the same thing to darken the city when he was walking around with.
No. He casted a spell.
That was different.
Yeah, he actually used his wand, and he
It's probably
said-
the same
he
thing.
Said,
They're
whatever the actual name for a fog cloud is.
Mhm.
He said that and
If
casted
you
that
say-
stuff. But
you say
this
so,
dude
they're
like
the
smoked the
same.
hookah.
Yeah,
He really like.
smoked the hookah.
And because it's PG-13, they like had they panned the camera behind him,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see him take like a huge rip
Hit,
from the
yeah.
skeleton bomb and blew us out. Next thing
I
you
wanna
know, there's
know
like atomic bombs dropping. and
What her
shit.
issue was, because remember she asked Queenie said, "Are y'all married?" She's like, "No, I'm just deeply committed." The chick.
It's the same thing like Bellatrix. He's banging her
Oh.
on the side, and she's his most dedicated servant, but she doesn't get any respect from him. She had to kill the baby. She had to do all that stuff.
No, she didn't kill the baby.
Yes.
That wasn't her. It was the older lady.
oh,
you saw
it
it
wasn't
one
her?
time. It wasn't her.
Oh, okay. See, there you go. Some character who.
Yeah, she looked some creepy skinny woman.
Yeah.
And they didn't show you. They closed the door, but it's like
you see the
damn.
green, but you see the green light though.
Yeah, you knew
Yeah.
they was killing the kid. Of
And so
course.
there is one minute detail that I
Okay.
have take issue with. Okay. We get to see some really cool displays of magic in this, especially in the very opening scenes
That is
when he's
true.
breaking out. Like he does some pretty cool stunts, and then his final thing to like, destroy this one city he's in is like it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the things, and I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd, and I know that being able to do magic without speaking it is really hard to do. So
Okay,
they say.
so
But all these characters that are running around here that aren't supposed to be Grindelwald or
speaking
Dumbledore,
in
they're not speaking. They're
themselves.
just casting shit all over the place. And I also don't get how Grindelwald is able to shapeshift so much and transfigure his body so much, and also do it to other people, because that's something else in the universe.
Him and Dumbledore are the most powerful wizards.
Yeah, but it's supposed to be something that you can't do.
And I think
without
there's more
Polyjuice
purebloods
portion.
then than there are when you have the Harry Potter movies.
But them being able to change into another person isn't supposed to be possible. He's supposed to have to use Polyjuice, and he doesn't use Polyjuice.
Are you sure you have to use Polyjuice?
With human transfiguration, you can transform yourself however you want. You have to pay attention to minute details.
So, but when you do that though, you have to. That's under the whole thing about being an animagus and all that.
Well, only one
which is supposed to be
person uses
extremely
juice.
difficult still. But he's just going around changing people at will. And if you listen in the very beginning of the movie, they said this was the third guard they had switched with, and he'd only been there for 6 months.
Right.
And to be able to become an animagus, it's like a year-long process. So if it's been 3 guards in 6 months, you're averaging out 2 months more or less. That part just seems. I mean, I'm nitpicking, but still.
You're nitpicking quite a bit.
But
The
it's
hell?
it's a serious thing though,
Only
because
one person
J.K.
used
Rowling
the
is
juice.
known from retconning things and changing things up that
yeah.
are very essential.
James, Sirius, Peter.
But they're able
They
to
all didn't
they're
like
able to change in. No, it took them a year, and
And
they're
change
also
one
able.
thing.
It actually, my bad. It actually took them like throughout their they met Lupin in their first year. It took them all the way until the time they were juniors or seniors in their 4th or 5th year to actually be able to achieve it. That's straight from the book.
They didn't learn about it until their third
I'm gonna dispute you on that one. It took them quite a while to do it because
Well,
not
it
only
may
that, you also have to
come
have
up, though.
like things that are in the environment that go on that have to align
But
with
it may
too.
come up in the next movie of why he's able to do what he does.
Well, he's got the
Because
elder
I've never heard
wand, too,
Dumbledore
but-
do a spell. And
Well, but Dumbledore is known to be an accomplished wizard who doesn't have to speak it, and that's
and
why I know
so-
that from you.
So that's all. But I think we heard a few. We've heard a few spells.
You've never heard anyone say Avada Kedavra. I know that's my favorite thing.
Somebody said something though, didn't they?
Mm.
The Strange. I don't know. You probably. I'll go watch it
Mhm.
again. I don't know. I couldn't even tell you. Hey, Janae
Look.
and Roy and Trinita. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Oh, I'm about to find this because Elijah's.
It's gonna drive you crazy.
Okay, Sirius became an animagus at the age of 15.
Yeah, he would have been in school at like 8.
So that would be his 5th year.
That would have been his 7th year. 8 plus 7 is 15. You go to Hogwarts at like 8 or 9.
You go at 11.
Oh, you do? Okay, I'm
Mhm.
tripping.
Okay, you have
Mhm.
me really confused.
Okay, well, it still took 4 years for them to achieve it. This dude changed somebody in
So
2
you
to
should
3
write
months.
her and ask her, "What the hell are you doing?"
She's retconning. She's pulling a rolling, whatever her name is,
J.K. Rowling.
messing stuff up.
Because she
So-
can, because very few people, unlike you, would notice stuff like that.
Yep, and that's why I'm on this show.
It's a good call, though. It's a good call. And I have to go
Yeah.
back and watch it again and listen and see the hell. I had other issues going on besides casting spells.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, that's just whatever. But before we move on, we got to shout out one of our sponsors. This portion of the show is sponsored by Houston Housewives of Finance. Did you know that only 4 states in the United States offers financial education? 33%, or more than 77 million of Americans, don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month. You guys crossed something out on here. Okay. Don't become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services.
Okay, so they found out Lupin was
No, he's a werewolf. He's not an animagus.
Animagus.
He's a werewolf. Completely different.
They found
It's
out
involuntary.
Whatever, they found out about
Bro, you cannot go head to head with me on Harry Potter trivia, I promise you.
Sorry,
I've read every book 6
Elijah,
times.
just
I
stop.
shit you not, I read every book 6 times.
You're
He
right in that it took them 3 years.
just
I know.
give him his props, so the glistening golden honey skin and flowing hair can calm
I keep
down.
thinking my hair is down, but it's not.
Yeah, you want to flip? You want to?
Yeah.
You want to have a moment?
Yeah, you gotta.
No moment. No moments for you.
Trying to shake the hate out of my hair from him.
Anyway, that's funny.
But yeah. So you said that you get. What part of the movie did you want to nitpick at? Because you said.
I nitpick at. Okay, so in the storyline, Credence now is on a journey to find his birth mother,
Mhm.
right? But he's traveling with a circus. How did he get from when they captured him and calmed him down in the first movie, right? And then put Grindelwald away. We have no idea where Credence went.
It's actually a huge plot point.
We don't know where Credence went.
Or
Now all
why
of a
he was
sudden,
in the circus trying to figure this out in the
Exactly.
first place.
and then that was my issue because
And why they never moved against him if they were trying to
Exactly.
capture him.
they knew who he was.
Hmm.
But Grindelwald had that one person who was
An
working.
aura.
He had an aura, the one who because Commander didn't want to do it. The other
Newt.
guy.
Newt Scamander. This is another
Newt
thing they didn't
Scamander.
talk about, why they were at odds with each other and they didn't like each other. Because
Who?
Newt didn't like that aura coming in. He said, I'm taking the job that you don't want. Like, he
I
walked in,
think
he
I
was
think
like,
a lot of people had a problem with Newt because Newt, like he said, his brother told him they're watching you. He never picks a side. That's why Dumbledore liked him. He didn't pick a side. He didn't have to have power.
Mhm.
So that was my issue with Credence was he walked around the whole entire damn movie looking like a sorrow-driven individual,
Yeah.
hunched over. I just need to find. Really, you have all this power in you that was building and building. You know you have it in you.
Yeah.
That's my issue. They should have played with that more. And also, how did he get to the circus, and how did he and the Nagini, whatever,
Mhm.
become so close? Because that
Yeah.
tells you that she's dependent. That creature's dependent on someone because she was devoted to Voldemort.
That's
like,
and we kind of get bits of that with her Credence too, like how
but,
she struck out
Credence
on
up and
that guy.
leaves, and she's like, "Don't go." And then, what happened to her?
Yeah.
You know she's gonna change, so she can't change again.
One of the craziest things about this whole movie is they have a half house elf. I don't understand how that works.
I know that.
Like she's very small.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
But the other thing, I actually started telling him this too. With Lita Lestrange and how she, they don't tell. Oh, they do tell his last name. So we find out that she's Senegalese.
Yes.
And
That was a neat story. That was a neat little backstory, though, right there.
They threw that that imperious curse in there, and so basically her mom gets kidnapped and forced to become her mom under the imperious curse, and now her half brother is looking for her. And this is another thing, like this. I'll leave that one because that's a whole storyline that does have its own kind of plot twist and ties into Credence's identity.
Yeah.
But earlier in the year, we made a prediction that Credence was going to be a Lestrange. That's not what he is at all. They make you think that, and they do a really clunky job
You never
throughout
know,
that.
though.
He's not, man.
You never know.
All right, so let's say if he is, I'm going to be more upset because they try to in the movie they throw you off of who Credence. So they tease a lot who Credence is supposed to be, and they make you think he's essentially a Lestrange.
Right.
And how he's a Lestrange isn't going to make sense until you see it. I'm not going to tell you that because that's part of the adventurous part. But then they tell you something completely different about who he is.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was both okay with it, but then also a little pissed.
Go see it.
Yeah, overall, go see the movie. It's pretty. If you're into Harry Potter and you're not like these critics who are upset that it has nothing to do with Harry Potter. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it.
It was cool. It's just they could have been deeper with it.
Yeah, for
a lot
sure.
deeper with it. Facebook Live, that's going to be the end of our live session, right? Yeah, no more glistening hair and.
Oh, there's still more of me on the back end. It's just.
But we asked.
I can't believe we're even talking about this right now.
I have to make you uncomfortable. But
it doesn't make me uncomfortable at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm eating it up.
Oh Lord. Anyway, I'll stop that then.
Look, you see that like glow that just came out of nowhere? Godly. There it is.
Father. Anyway, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Sketcher. Review our show. What?
Spreaker.
Review our show in
I was
iTunes with constructive feedback. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends, your coworkers, your enemies, and your foes. Donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. Also, become exclusive with Patreon and give us some money, get some perks with us. We can take you to the movies, win some stuff, all kind of things. So
you can come nitpick movies with me.
Please don't nitpick movies.
It's great. It's fun.
You can come enjoy movies with me. I'm not a nitpicker. Well, a little bit. Anyway, that's going to be all for our live. Bye.
Later, y'all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said Sketcher? I'm sorry.
There's Stitcher and Spreaker.
Oh.
Yeah, it's all good, though. Shit happens.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. They don't pay us, so. I don't care.
Anyway. I said Sketcher. I'm sorry.
So, you saw Widows.
I loved that shit. I did, man. I did.
So, for y'all who know, Widows is actually one of the movies we were giving away tickets to go see.
That no one seemed to want.
I mean, it's just crazy because the movie's got...
It was good.
Is that fucking Sean? Can you tell him to shut up? He's distracting me. Tell him specifically. I said, shut the fuck up.
Okay, I can't go that.
I'll yell it. But Widow. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I walked in on your show one time too, while y'all were recording. So, he's coming in here. What's up, man?
I think you have such a sexy voice. I know you don't know.
Oh.
Here, go ahead and say it on camera. Here we go. There we go. Here's another microphone for you. Don't even worry about where I pulled that from. Yeah, go ahead, sit down.
Oh, awesome.
There we go. Spontaneous, yes, but you just don't get in on my side. It's not enough for our
There's so much
egos.
glistening and honey, and if you shake your head one more damn time.
So I know you don't know me, but my name is.
I watch on the show all the time.
Oh.
And
You know Melinda watches our show.
great to listen to this squad.
Well, thank you.
Radio voice is just fucking
Really, I hate my
I remember when he
voice.
used to tell me my radio voice was bananas.
First of all, let me stop for a second. Okay, pause.
No, you gotta understand. So me and Sean are
Pause for
good
a second. The hate,
Yeah, I have the same shirt and hat.
the hate,
you?
the hate that you're throwing. Can you let me killing my
No,
joy
man,
right
I'm just
now?
feeling like Dumbledore, you know?
Yeah.
I'm betrayed.
Oh, you'll be all right. But thank you, I appreciate that.
Because, you know, he's one of my best friends. And, your
I'm
other
sorry
co-host
for
is
you.
my other best
Oh,
friend.
man.
Jarvis.
Yeah.
Oh,
these are my
Jesus.
guys. Like, these are the guys I'll fight for.
Okay.
And, probably lose because I don't fight them. But,
Don't tell anybody that. Don't
I
tell
didn't
anybody
know that
that.
you were coming on the show. Like, I didn't.
I didn't know. I didn't know initially. Jarvis hit me up and says, "Hey," I knew when he was going to do it a long time ago. Might be doing this thing, whatever. And then he says, "Hey, you want to be a guest?" I said, "Sure, I'll drive out there, no thing." And then it turned into talking to Gary. I was like, "Oh,
Yep.
what?" I said, "Okay. I mean, I don't care."
Yeah.
And then it just happened. That's what Kenny and I was talking about. Like, it just happened. I didn't know what happened. I'm from Baytown, Texas. My family's from the Caribbean, though. So yeah. I'm not-
Yeah. So my show is supposed to be starting, so I'm gonna leave. But I wanted
Yeah,
to
get
give
the
you that
hell out of here
compliment.
now.
Be nice.
And I wanted to do it live on the air, so there would be people who agree with me. So
You're sweet. Thank
Where
you.
Melinda's
Thank
gonna whoop
Yeah.
your ass.
So,
we're all
he
dead.
about to get beat.
On
Okay.
to boom back.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
man.
Violence.
That was Sean, everybody. Go ahead and hide this one again. But yeah.
But
so-
I liked Widows. I really, really did. Because people on Facebook are like, it's boring, it's slow, it's a reboot of Set It Off. First of all, leave Set It Off there. You can't
Yeah.
compare Set It Off. Yeah, it's a heist movie, but different purpose, different reason. You have
Completely different.
Completely different. And the casting was really good.
The
you
one
know.
I think this is a good example too of Hollywood making new roles
Mm-hmm.
for women and minorities instead of just taking old roles and just subbing in women and minorities. I think it's more insulting to do it that way. Whereas this is like, yo, yeah, put more. We can all act
Yeah.
and we can do it.
Because you
Put us
have
in there.
African American, you have Latinas, you have. It's what I like about it. Viola Davis, she can do no wrong in my mind.
She's
She's
a great-
always
great
a
actress.
powerhouse. Michelle Rodriguez, she can always, but they didn't have her as kick ass as they did in Fast and Furious. She's
Mhm.
just a regular person. But that one new,
Does she have many speaking parts though? Because that's something we don't really see from
you
her.
know what? No,
Mm.
not really. But I will say Cynthia Erivo, she's on Broadway and she did that movie, The Hotel El Royale, that just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, everyone. Oh wait, that came out already.
I think it's gonna come out. Yeah, but
That's
she's in there.
with Jeff Bridges in there.
Right, she's in there, and Daniel, I can't say his name, from Get Out is in there. He is so
Mm.
intense. I loved him in, of course, Get Out. I loved him in Wakanda, and I loved him in. He did a series on Black Mirror. Here's one
Yeah,
little thing.
they did the
Him in
the
this
talent
movie.
show.
Him in this movie.
Yeah.
Him and Viola Davis are the most intense individuals in this whole entire movie.
Okay. I might have to go see that then.
You need to just be prepared. It has a great. It develops each character, and it gives you flashbacks and backstory that you need.
See, and that's those are the kind of movies like I don't mind exposition in the movie if
Mhm.
it's serving a purpose. Like I don't want you to explain a scene to me. If you're, I want you to show it and develop it through, so I can identify or like have some kind of emotion about the character and
You'll
feel
have that.
invested into the movie. So if one of them gets killed, I'm like, yo, this sucks. Not, I don't remember who the fuck that person
No,
was.
the one person you'll know for sure is John Berthel, who played.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
He's in it
He's a
for
great
like
actor.
that
great
long,
actor.
and I'm like, oh shit, that's it.
He keeps having like these appearances like that. Like he was like that in Baby Driver.
Yeah, and also in The Accountant, he had a really small little bits and pieces, but I liked him in that.
Oh,
as well.
yeah, he was the
I
brother.
loved him in that. Yeah, he was the brother.
I thought that was so lame.
The Accountant.
The movie was dope up until I was like, man, they're gonna be related or some shit.
You
and then
didn't
boom.
like The Accountant?
I thought that was whack that they were related to each other, and then they threw in the whole little kung fu
I
montage.
loved it.
It was okay.
I can watch that every day. Don't Don't.
I watched it once.
Do
That
not
was
make me
enough.
take away the whole glistening thing from you. I'm
Because-
taking it away. It's done.
Behind the Accountant.
Yeah, I'm done.
Of all movies,
We're done.
It's
We're
not
done.
like I said like Goonies or something that everyone holds like dear to their
Messing
heart.
with you.
It was like, yo, that's offensive.
But the movie has, of course, heist, betrayal,
Mm-hmm.
big betrayal. Like, you even have controversial cop shooting of a young man in it. I mean, like, that tells you, oh, that's why this is the way that this is.
Yeah.
And Liam Neeson playing a bad guy, he plays it well. What he
See,
did,
So he was the person I was worried about the most in this movie.
really?
Yeah, because I'm personally tired of him. So I got tired of seeing him once he was playing Qui-Gon Jinn, even though he was only in that one.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I was kind of him with long hair was a little weird to me. And then 5 Taken movies in.
They should have just stuck with one Taken.
Yeah,
I
the
will
first one
agree
was
with
fine.
that. That was phenomenal. But, yeah.
But so I just was
Here's another movie coming out.
enough. Yeah, of course you do.
After that, you'll see the preview for it when you go watch one of
That's
those.
cool.
And he's,
Isn't it another movie in the same style of Taken though?
yes. You know what I've noticed, though? You know, his wife passed away at least 8 years ago, I want to say,
Mhm.
in a skiing accident. Ever since then, every movie he's done to me is like revenge and death of someone that you
So
care
think It
for.
might be like a kind of.
I don't know what's going on, but it's always some vengeful death thing. This is the first one that's not like it.
See, I didn't know that. See, I thought it was more so that it's become kind of like a troll or like a running gag for him. Because it's not the first time we would have seen something like that. Like Joaquin Phoenix did that for like a year and a half, 2 years, where everybody thought he was just like going crazy. And then, I mean, there's a few comedians that have done it too. So I figured it was just like, yo, it just might be a running gag.
He
for
still
him that
has
he
selling
keep playing
power.
The same movie.
He still has selling power, but I'm telling you, in this movie, you're like, oh, fuck you, Liam,
Ooh.
seriously?
Makes you mad.
You're like, oh, that's how we're doing it? This is
Yeah.
what we're doing?
That's why they kidnapped your kids
That's what
5 fucking times. You got some set of
This is why
skills,
we're
but you
doing it,
can't
and
afford a fucking alarm
I
system.
don't care. You know, Viola did an interview recently saying that, you know, black women in cinema being seen with people who are not black as their mate is always seen lately of the other woman and all these things. It's not like that. It's a true love story
Yeah.
that falls the fuck apart.
Mm-hmm.
But this shit was good. It was good.
Okay.
And you'll see some other actors in there like, hey, did I know him when he was younger kind of thing? You'll see it. But I liked it.
Gotcha.
But you're going to be like, oh, fuck you, Liam.
Dope.
And
I
Robert
need a movie like that right
yeah,
now.
you need that. And Colin Farrell's in it, but you know he's not magnificent to me. He's just Colin Farrell.
He's never really magnificent in a movie, but he is in one of my favorite movies, 7 Psychopaths.
Well, he's good in that, but it's
Yeah.
just Colin.
But even
Farrell.
then, though, he could have been subbed out with anybody.
Yeah, anyone could have played his role.
Yeah.
The only role that couldn't, his dad is played by Robert Duvall, and I love him because he can play an old redneck racist politician for anyone, and you believe that shit because he is an old politician in this movie. But it's good.
Yeah.
I think you should watch it. Go see it. It was
Nice.
good. I took 2 people with me, so
Hell yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
Time for another sponsor. Shout out.
Hopefully you say all the words better than I said.
Man, I've
the
been saying this one card now for about a year.
words.
How long? What episode are we in, Elijah? Like 70?
91.
80? Almost to 100. Almost to 100.
You gonna do another show kind of thing? You should.
Nice. So I've been doing this one a lot. Huh?
We should do a live show.
Maybe. I'll eat popcorn the whole time. Where the fuck is my popcorn maker? Gary Lee is supposed to promise me a popcorn maker.
Just focus.
I want one that wheels in. No, this is important, though. This is crucial to the show.
I have one. My sister has one. I'm gonna bring it for you.
Is it on wheels? Though? I want
think
like
it is.
the old-timey kind.
Oh, yeah, it's like red and gold. I can ask her if I can borrow it.
Ask her if she'll sell it to Gary Lee because he has to invest in this show.
She may not because she's buying the mini arcade tomorrow, so she's probably not gonna invest in
She's
it.
buying one tomorrow?
The little mini ones that Walmart has for
Nice.
Black Friday. She's like, I'm
Oh,
buying
for
those.
some reason I thought she was like opening up a commercial.
No,
Okay.
she's not.
Even
that.
though you said mini. I heard arcade and I was like, that's
you got
dope.
excited.
Yeah.
Focus.
This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. How's that for focusing? Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? There we go. Here's my graphic. If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the United States, as well as modern countries across the globe. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue coupled with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv.
Awesome.
That was powerful.
That was power. I felt that.
Good. In your soul? Did it make you want to advertise for your sister's mini arcade?
That's never happening. Not happening.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my goodness.
So what trailer do you want to discuss first? The Toy Story teaser?
Whatever you do, it's good.
Aquaman.
Aquaman. Let's do
We got
Aquaman
my
first.
movie, or we got Toy Story?
Let's do Aquaman. No, let's do Toy Story then Aquaman.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's cool.
The Toy Story teaser is funny because it has Keegan-Michael Kelly
Yeah,
and Jordan Peele.
yeah.
And that's just fucking hilarious.
They're good.
Oh, man.
I love that.
It's great. That's all we got for you, though, because the movie doesn't tell us shit. There's nothing in
I'm
here
probably
except
gonna
in
cry
junkyard.
though. I'm probably going to be in tears. I cried at the last Toy Story. I really
I've not
did.
seen Toy Story 3 yet.
After Toy Story 1,
You haven't seen it? Get out.
I'm a shitty human being.
You are a shitty human being.
I've lost my
The door.
luster. I've lost my glow.
Oh yeah, it's gone.
Uh,
I was just making you feel good. You never had it.
Elijah.
You
That's
never,
bullshit.
you never had it.
Elijah, whatever your name is. You're in high school right now. Toy Story means nothing to you. You're being gatekept.
Are you in high school for real?
He's he's in high school.
16.
Oh,
You didn't know that, did you?
I should
No.
watch my mouth. I'm sorry.
You know.
Language. You can be my kid.
I wish we hadn't said his age on here, though, because I cuss at him all the time.
Yeah.
Hope your mom doesn't mind.
Oh, you can be my kid.
Yeah.
Close the door. I got to treat you differently now. You can be my
Yes.
kid.
Hi, child. So that's the Toy Story teaser. Not really much to say about it except
No.
Key and Peele make fun of Buzz Lightyear, and then they come on here.
They can't.
It's pretty funny.
They can't do anything wrong, in my opinion. They're some talented guys. They do some good stuff. They do
Did
good
you
stuff.
even Keanu?
I like Keanu.
Oh man,
Judge me if you want to.
I am Keanu.
Judge your
I-
big
I
toe.
hold-
I liked
hold
it.
Keanu like near Malibu's Most Wanted
No,
for sure.
no. I like Keanu. I will stick with that. I will defend it. I like Keanu.
Are you a huge fan of their sketch comedy?
I am. I do like the sketch comedy.
It's hit or miss for me. They've got some good ones though.
They have more hits than misses to me. But you're just a judgmental person.
No, I'm actually trying to weigh it out in my head. I think I'm like 50-50 on it.
50-50. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
If it's on, I might watch for a few minutes.
I think it was that project he's wanted to do together because they're doing so much stuff separate right now.
Hmm.
Like Predator had Keel.
Yeah.
Yeah. and
Peele.
Peele. I can't. The names. I can't talk to that. I can't say anything. I can't read anything.
You said that, and I just thought of peeing.
I can't say anything. Clearly.
Yo, so in my head, in between laughing, I was trying to figure out what it would be, but I couldn't get to it. I was
Clearly.
still laughing. Pete and Keel.
Clearly. I can't say
Pete and
name.
Keel.
You know who I mean. So.
Oh, that's funny. So
Whatever.
that's karma for trying to say I didn't have the glow before. Totally bullshit.
You know, karma hits me like immediately in life. So let me stop.
Just like this trailer will. So we got the last and final trailer for Aquaman.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I've been up and down
I agree
about
with
this.
you though. I do agree with you after thinking about it and processing it.
Yeah.
I the hype behind it is so high that when it disappoints us, because it will,
For sure.
it's going to be like, really? And that's going to be hard for every other movie I think coming out after that.
I think that the DC universe is about to just implode, and they're just not going to do anymore. I think eventually, they've already lost Superman, they've already lost Batman.
I mean, after Wonder Woman, they'll be done?
If we get Wonder Woman, are they already filming it?
Yeah, I think it's going to be July of... they moved it to
Yeah.
July 2020, I think.
I don't think they're gonna. I don't know. It just seems like it's dwindling. Like Shazam looks like it's gonna be kind of whack. It's definitely for a younger audience, but my thing with this is that, and me and Marcus had a debate over this, and off camera, he might have done it on camera too. He looks at me and says, "Yo, you're for sure right about him." By the way, and I was so pissed off. I was like, "You're a fucking asshole." But so the whole thing is that Jason Momoa has not proven to me that he can. And I didn't even hate on him, but he hadn't proved that he can carry a movie by himself.
He can't.
And the second trailer I was like, all right, cool, maybe. But this whole trailer just shows a bunch of just one-liners, and I think that's what it's going to be. And they've got William Dafoe in here, and he doesn't even seem really like Dafoe-y enough for me.
Defoe. I know what you mean though, because he's like a John Malkovich. You know Willem Dafoe's work.
Yeah.
So it's just like, it seems to me they had to surround him with some really big names to offset his lack of talent.
See, I don't even know. I think it's just that Marcus made a point, and that was that he hasn't had a director that pushed him. I think Marcus is on the right track of saying that. I don't think he's had enough. Like, so Frontier, I haven't watched it yet, but I've heard that he's great in that. He
is. I watched it. I've seen it. He's really good in that.
Yeah.
But like you said, he hasn't done enough to push his acting.
Exactly. He hasn't the experience.
Just like The Rock,
yet.
when Rock first came out, he was
Yeah.
Mostly for look. Just being honest, look and size, and he was a sex symbol type of thing.
Yeah.
It's only now, and he still, to me, has a lot to go when it comes to acting, but he still
For
now
sure.
has gotten much better than he was 10, 12, 15 years ago.
And the thing with Momoa is that, unlike The Rock, The Rock says yes to every movie. He's Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Matt Damon, they're just in every fucking movie. But he hasn't done that. So I don't think he's been, and I think it's a good thing.
Lisa Bonet's butt. He's a real happy married man.
I mean, yeah, but all those pictures of him like stealing everyone's girl, I thought that was just fucking hilarious. But I mean, also for someone who comes across as so charismatic, he doesn't seem that way in this trailer. And that's one of the things I think is kind of like weird. His personality isn't shining. Like, I've seen interviews with him, and I was like, he's
a really good interviewer. He seems like you just want to talk to him and hang out with him
and drink some beers. I don't see that with Aquaman.
Maybe surprised, and maybe less of him and more of everyone else in this movie.
So that was the next point, is that it seems like it relies heavily on CGI, and it gives me like a Transformers Pacific Rim type feel to it, because there's a lot of like colors and like explosions and stuff. Huh?
You didn't like Pacific Rim?
I didn't like Pacific Rim 2. I liked the first one a lot.
Oh, I love the first
Pacific
one.
Rim 2 is trash. Hot, steaming.
Okay,
garbage.
it's not hot, steaming trash.
Charlie Day was in a love affair
recyclables.
with a damn parasite, a kaiju parasite, and he's the one who sabotaged everything.
It's recyclable trash, not like hot, steaming.
It is a B- movie that should have been on a Netflix production. There's actually a movie that I would compare it to.
What?
And it's called Atlantic Rim, and it was on Hulu, and it was a spoof movie, low budget version of Pacific Rim.
Really? I need to go check it out.
That is what this felt like. I never even watched it, but I feel like this is what that movie would have been. Back to Aquaman, though.
Okay.
You said this earlier before we got on here, that it seemed like they played all the good parts in the trailer.
Oh, absolutely.
And I think so, because the
Absolutely.
second trailer looked way better to me than the first one. Because the first one I was afraid of with the production value. And the second one seemed to tie everything together. We saw some of his personality shine through. But I haven't, and Mira seemed to fit like the physical description of what I was think Mira would be.
I would have thought of her being a little bit taller and much more athletic looking, based on the comic.
Yeah.
I would have seen her. I felt like she should be taller and just a little bit more statuesque.
Gotcha. So I can go with that, but I don't see any personality coming through on hers. And the guy who's playing Black Manta, I know, whatever. Black Manta. I'm still not sold on, like, he looks cool, but I don't know, like, they haven't shown anything to get me like, oh shit, this is his enemy that he's fighting. Like with Thanos, they gave Marvel gave you little teasers of Thanos, and you can see like how disturbed he was in his mind. Ultron had little teasers of Ultron.
Marvel does that better on all their movies, though.
DC with Joker, they had teasers of the Joker, and
But
we expected the Joker.
They've only done Joker well, though, and Batman.
Yeah, because I guess there was nothing with Steppenwolf.
Nothing.
But they did show. No, fuck, they didn't do Zod either. See, so this is the problem. I think it's like you don't buy into the villain. So I have no time. Like, yeah, sure, Atlantis is fucked, but what does it have to do with Black Manta?
I think they're playing up on Nicole Kidman because they keep showing her in every trailer.
And his like uncle or whoever.
They keep showing him in every trailer, so they're playing up on that as the viability for it. And
which brings me to, why would you combine the movie that we're finally watching? I guess his origin movie with two villains. And that's the same mistake that Black Panther made. You got two villains you
Oh
used,
yeah.
with
They should have spread it out.
Killmonger and then the South African guy.
Mhm.
I'm like, you could have just left the South
I
African
loved
guy.
his character. What's his
Oh, he's
name?
great.
Coral or something like that. I'm probably wrong.
Mhm.
I don't know. But this portion of the show is sponsored to you of KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash your dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their dreams and passions in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside. Shop dope gear at kogpassion.com. That's kogpassion.com, and use coupon code DOPE, dope with apostrophe, for 10% off exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Sizes are selling out fast. That's it. That's all I got. Unleash the dopeness.
So
Mhm.
with this, so it comes out. I guess the movie comes out December 21st.
Aquaman, yeah, 21st.
I'm telling you, if this one does bad, I think the DC's whatever, is it DCEU? Yeah,
DCU.
yeah, they're gonna. I think it's gonna end. That's my prediction.
You think it's going to be like a... I don't think it's going to be that...
Well, I'm just saying because like they haven't established their central character for the whole shit. They've lost one character who had arguably the only good movie in the whole
Mhm.
series.
Yeah.
Batman for sure isn't going to be here. They've got another Joker movie that, in my opinion, is probably going to be better. I think they actually dropped another trailer for that too. That
Mhm.
with Joaquin Phoenix has no ties to this one. That people are going to start comparing this movie to what they're. And I just think it's just going to be done.
I think the problem, they're trying to keep up with Marvel,
Mm-hmm.
and they started too far behind to keep up with Marvel.
Yeah, and their characters aren't Marvel type characters.
They
need to-
saturated Batman with us for years and did nothing. We had a few,
Mhm.
but we had Batman for years and then nothing
Yep.
for
Yeah.
like years.
I don't know. I'm just disappointed right now with Aquaman. I was actually hoping that it'd be good.
I hope it surprises
movie.
us. But I'm really thinking, though, as we're talking about it, it may not be as much him as everything else around him. A buildup of his mother story and the father and her reign and her and all of that. I think it'll be everything around
They're
him.
gonna try and jam pack too much shit into this movie. Is what I see. Because you've got Uncle Black Manta, him dealing with his origins, Mira dealing with what I'm guessing what's going to be his love interest, him trying to reconcile with his mom. That's like 5 different storylines right there, crammed into a 2-hour movie.
I just hope they don't try to make him overly funny and jokey, that he's not serious.
That's
Because
the thing
even
I think is gonna happen too.
in Justice League, to me, he wasn't serious.
Nope. And that's the part I'm talking about, the one-liner thing.
Yeah, it wasn't serious.
They're going to rely too heavily on that. And it looks like already, and it could just be because of the screen we're looking from, that it's shot similar to how Wonder Woman was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, I think, one of the things that also plays into this with DC is that the movies kind of blend in with each other. Like with Thor, there was a distinct style for Thor. And even with Thor Ragnarok, then you started having people kind of complain that it was getting too much like Guardians of the Galaxy because that was like their style. And then Iron Man had his own style. So when they came together for their team-up meet, you could see elements of that character, and you understood how that character was. So you didn't have to have anything explained to you about that, and you expected them to behave a certain way, or when they did something, you understood why or how. With this, you don't have any of that with their characters.
You don't.
So, and they threw all that shit away with Superman. Like Superman had started developing that, and then
I'm gonna walk into it with a clear mind
you're hopeful.
and be very hopeful, but afterwards I'm gonna be very honest.
I mean, it'll be entertaining to say the least. It looks like it's gonna look like it's gonna be a very
Image-wise, you
pretty
know it's gonna be
movie.
great. You know it's gonna be
Mhm.
beautiful on the screen.
It's gonna be
but-
Transformers though. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Transformers 3, where the plot is just like I don't know what it is, but look good though. And they got rid of Megan Fox. I think Megan Fox was out.
I think she was causing problems. Yeah, she wasn't in it.
Yeah,
She's only
good.
in 1 and 2.
I was tired of her.
Really?
How do you run in the desert in white pants and there's no?
I can wear white all day and not get dirty.
In the desert?
I can cook
in the
And-
desert, in the middle of a sandstorm,
Just-
when giant robots are blasting
It's
things
a
around.
movie. You're blaming her for her wardrobe
Continuity
situation.
is important.
You're blaming her for her wardrobe choices.
No, I'm blaming her bad acting on her, and that continuity didn't help. You think she's a good actress?
No, I don't.
Actress? Okay.
No, but I don't think she was bad. I think everything else going on, you didn't notice how bad she was in the movie.
I noticed she was bad in the movie. I think she was bad in the movie. I think Shia LaBeouf is underrated in the first one.
I think so too. He's an underrated actor altogether, in my opinion. But
Yeah.
I think he's a really good actor, but he's had his own personal issues that kind of
His antics definitely overshadowed
messed
that.
up his.
I actually really like Shia LaBeouf.
I
though.
do. I like him a lot.
He's
cool.
ridiculous. He's
Yeah.
a crazy person. I mean, in the most respectful way possible. He's nuts.
Yeah.
Um,
Bonkers.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's bonkers.
He's bonkers.
I don't know. We'll see though. I don't know. It just feels
You
like
seem so disappointed. Like a.
I did. It just feels like a Michael Bay
Just-
movie to me,
Oh.
which is why I'm excited about Bumblebee, because the boy who's doing Bumblebee is doing everything he can to make it not a Michael Bay movie.
I want to say pre-sale starts for Bumblebee right now.
Yeah, I don't want to say that bad. I'm gonna say
Golly, he likes nothing.
not
I
true.
thought
I like Fantastic
Jarvis
Beasts.
was bad, boy. You
I like
are.
Fantastic Beasts. I love Game of Thrones. I like Fantastic Beasts.
Game of
I love
Thrones.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I liked the first 2 Star Trek movies.
I love Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings was good.
Love
I'm not
it.
really a fan of The Hobbit. I just didn't get into it. I didn't watch it all the way. And I think it was really weird how they say Smaug. That just annoyed the shit out of me. That annoyed me so.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I read it and I was like, that's a weird way to spell smog. And I hate when movies do that to me. They're like, oh, like Hermione's name. When you read it, like no one knew how to pronounce it, and then you hear it and you're like, ugh. Why did you do that?
Why'd you ruin my whole thought process on it?
Or why not give her like a normal name or spell
You
something
can't.
Smaug?
You
That's so
can't.
silly. I feel weird even saying that.
Just
Like, I
stop
feel,
saying it.
my voice, I feel like does something weird.
Stop saying it.
Smaug.
Stop saying it. So much happening today. So much going
Oh
on.
my god.
So much
I'm
happening.
gonna change my name on Instagram as Smaug.
Don't do it. I'll unfollow everything you have going. I don't know this person.
So what are you looking forward to that's coming up?
I am looking forward to. I'm actually want to see Aquaman. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see Deadpool reimagined.
I love Deadpool movies, and
I
that's
wanna
gonna be awesome.
I want to see the reimagined Deadpool. Good cause. It's gonna be hilarious.
Deadpool is breaking all kind of ground with stuff like that, though.
And
crazy.
Ryan Reynolds can do it.
He's playing Pikachu.
Yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
See,
Jarvis didn't like it though.
Oh, whatever.
He didn't like it.
I don't even know if Jarvis likes Pokemon. I was obsessed with Pokemon forever.
I'm excited about the Pokemon movie. I like Justice Smith, who's gonna be playing the character.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him in The Get Down, and I liked him in Jurassic Park. He's a good, nice, young. Like I was telling Jarvis, there's very few young black actors in that age range right now in Hollywood, and I like that. It's gonna be good. And Ryan Reynolds can't do any wrong right now. He has to get away from Deadpool too much, so he's gonna do Pokemon. I'm excited about it.
I think it's going to be great just seeing like him have to be an ass, but PG. So it's going to be funny.
And you know how hard that is?
Very hard. Very hard. Especially because I just watched Blade. He was in Blade 3, I think. I just watched the Blade movies when he was playing.
He was an ass. His character
He's
in
funny.
Blade 3, he played the same character he did in the Wolverine movie where, what was that one? The bad one? Where he became
Deadpool.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
He's always has some crazy antic. It's always something. And he needs to get away from that a little bit. He really needs to, because that can be a casting situation for him. That constant.
That snarky shit.
Yes, that
But
can be annoying
I
after
think-
a while.
But for him, though, it seems like he's starting to refine it more to where it's not like his only trick. Like Deadpool, it solely relied on that. And then Deadpool 2, I felt like they toned it down some, and then put more of like him trying to be like he was still snarky, but
You think they toned it down in Deadpool 2?
they didn't rely. I don't think they
What
relied.
did I just say?
Deadpool tool, but
I can't talk. Okay.
so I don't know. It didn't seem like they went as over the top as what people in my opinion, what you would have expected them to do, to just rely on that, because
I just
there
think
was like
it was
more
another
romance in there.
another avenue of sarcasm and assholeness, trying to be nice.
But it was cool though, because it was slightly different.
It was slightly different, but
Yeah.
it was still him being an asshole.
I mean, it's his personality though. And in interviews, when they talk with his dad, he's like, "Yo, this is who he is."
He's really
Like,
who he is.
And that's one of the things that I'm fine with, because it doesn't come across as him forcing that type of personality.
It's who he is naturally. It's who he is naturally.
Which is,
And I
gonna be
like the
funny
fact
to
that he
see
can poke fun at his career and not be mad about it.
Yeah, like this whole shit to do a PG-13 version of with fucking Fred Savage.
Yes, Princess Bride.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I want to know who had that idea though.
I bet it was him.
If it's him, he needs to start writing movies for DC and help them, because obviously he's very creative, and these DC movies
I doubt it.
are lackluster.
They won't even ask for the help.
Of
I
course
doubt
not.
it.
They think they're killing it right now.
Are we gonna watch another trailer? No, we're good.
I think that's all of
That's
them.
all we
Yeah.
got.
Any closing remarks?
No, I'm good. I'm gonna watch a lot of TV this holiday. Okay, he had a moment. What's
One
up?
of the best things I've seen.
What?
Last week's episode of Blackish.
Oh,
Prince tribute episode.
yeah,
Holy fuck.
yeah, and that was a
Huge
100th
Prince fan.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah. Huge Prince fan. Like, I know all the music. First rock song I ever heard was When Doves Cry. I know exactly
You
where I
didn't
was.
go see the symphony that was out here, did you? That did the Prince tribute. I went to go see that. It was awesome.
See, no, but I can tell you, one of the first pay-per-view things I ever saw was his 2000 episode, his 2000 show, Y2K show. Watched that shit with a blown-up hand from fireworks, bleeding.
But no, that
and then Planet of the Apes
episode of
after that.
Blackish, it was their 100th, which is a nice,
So good.
because that show's phenomenal. I love the Blackish show, and that
Yeah.
episode was really, really good.
Blackish or Grownish? Which one do you like better?
Blackish.
I went back and forth, but now Blackish is coming back.
Grownish is cool, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
I'm in the age group of Blackish.
How old are you?
Really?
I don't.
Are you serious right
It's 2018. We're supposed to be equals.
now? First of all, we're not discussing. I almost threw my water at him. We're not discussing.
That's not fair though. We're supposed to be.
No, I'm 40.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
I'm about to be 40-ish pretty soon.
Ah,
That's what I was saying until the
Didn't
rest
know
of until I don't look 40-ish anymore. I'll be 40-ish in
didn't know that.
December. Yeah, you're an infant. I found out.
I'm not an infant. I'm almost fucking. Well, I don't. I got a year and a half, and I'll be fucking 30.
Ah, infant. I'm just joking with you.
Whatever.
No, you're an adult.
Yep.
With
Nah,
no,
dog.
you're
Not
not.
at all, man.
You can be my kid, so hush it up. Kid. But no, yeah, I like Blackish over Grownish. It's just not. I've watched it. It's a really good show,
Mhm.
but it's just not for me.
I think for a while, I kind of got bored with Blackish,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think like the last 6 episodes, like so these last 4 for this season, and like the last 2 or 3, I think they started turning it back around.
I
The
don't
writing's
think
been
they needed
better.
a baby.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Just like when they added a baby into what's the show with Al Bundy dude.
Oh, Love in the Marriage.
No, but
No.
the new show.
Oh, Modern Family.
When they added a kid for them, they didn't need a kid.
That's like in Fresh Prince when they added a baby.
It's just, you never. Why add a kid?
They don't do shit.
There's
don't, like,
no need,
are
and
you
then it
gonna-
brought tension because
Yeah.
you had postpartum, and I mean, yeah, that's a topic, but that to me was a little bit of a downfall, and now they're
Yeah.
coming back up.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, it's cool.
Yeah, because they got kind of dark real quick.
Yeah, but they had to. There's a lot of stuff going on. They wanted to address. You know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, she's literally walking off set at a certain time every day during the Me Too movement and Kavanaugh investigation. She would walk off. They'd have like a slow protest and then come back to work on the Blackish set. Tracy Ellis Ross, which I think is a beautiful woman, but yeah.
mm-hmm. I used to love her in Girlfriends. Girlfriends, which you probably didn't know, was one of my favorite shows growing up.
It was a really
I
good
love
show.
that show.
Groundbreaking show.
Love that show.
They need to do a reunion, just to sit down and talk
Yeah.
reunion.
Do not do a reboot. Do not change it.
They're going to try to, though.
Of course.
They're trying to talk
fucking
about doing
are.
a reboot of Living Single, which I think you cannot do.
So, the woman that plays Maxine,
Mm-hmm.
I heard an interview with her a few months ago. She says she would be into it, actually. And it's really cool hearing her talk about it, too, because they didn't expect her to be a recurring character on that show.
Right.
And then people look like, she's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I like her. She's like big into She's like an activist right now. She has this. I follow her on Instagram. I can't even think about what it is though. I can't remember. Yeah. What are you gonna do? This? Watch a bunch of movies and just chill out.
I'm about to watch Blackish when I get home tonight, and then try and get some work done. I'm gonna see Widows.
You should. You'll like it. If you don't blame me.
I also just got into How to Get Away with Murder. I've seen it. Let me back up and tell you this, okay? I watched Scandal, and I would watch How to Get Away with Murder sporadically, just because other people would watch it. I had like 2 or 3 people around me that were watching How to Get Away with Murder. So I'd see it, and I'm like, yo, this is
I couldn't
pretty cool
watch
show.
Scandal and that. I had to stop watching one because it was too much.
Well, this is why I didn't watch How to Get Away with Murder, because I was like, well, I got Scandal. That's all the dramedy. That's all the drama I need in my life. But
yeah, it was too much for me.
and then Love and Hip Hop New York comes on.
I can't
this
do
week.
that.
Joe Budden's back on
I can't.
it.
I
It's
don't.
the only reason I watch. I don't
watch such things. I'm
I don't
sorry.
either, but
That
I
to me
listen
is
to Joe
killing your
Budden's
brain
podcast.
cells.
I listen to his podcast,
Mhm.
and I'm just really excited to see him actually on the show. Before. I've never seen it. I've seen like all the series they have for Love and Hip Hop. I've seen 5 episodes, and it's just because I think Ray J is a fool.
I
I've seen it,
can't do it.
but I'm gonna actually watch this a few times to see Joe Budden
can't do it.
in this acting element, because he's hilarious to me.
I had a debate with someone last night before we were go. A friend of mine tried to tell me that he felt that Viola Davis only became famous after How to Get Away with Murder, and I called blasphemy and shut the hell up because that's not true.
No, she's been a great actress and who just been overlooked by people.
Right. I said she won an Oscar for The Help before she had the show.
But, no.
Yeah. People get on my nerves. Talking that foolishness.
Yeah. That's like when people are saying that Black Panther was the first Marvel superhero we ever had, which is total bullshit. We have fucking Blade. Shit, Wesley Snipes is the original like he's what he actually, people don't realize, actually saved Marvel movies whole shit.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And that's an actual empirical fact that because of him and his success.
Well,
with
he's coming
Blade,
back. They're going to add him to the Avengers.
that motherfucker wants to play Blade himself again. And I was like, hell yes.
You think so?
Yes.
You think Wesley can play Blade still?
Yes. Who else is going to play him?
I
Who would you
mean,
put in his Blade?
I
Jarvis
don't-
couldn't give me an answer either.
I got nothing.
Exactly,
I got
because there is
nothing.
no one else.
I got nothing. Maybe if dude wasn't in Wakanda, maybe. If he wasn't Black
Who?
Panther, that
No.
would have been. That would have
Chadwick Boseman?
Mhm.
Absolutely not.
I'm just saying if that wasn't him, but I think how old is Wesley right now?
I don't know. The only person that could play him, though, I think, he's fine. Totally fine. How old is Tom Cruise?
There it is. He just, Tom is not doing the
Tom
stuff.
Cruise did all his stunts in that last Mission Impossible movie.
I don't-
He did 102 Halo jumps with a broken ankle in 30 days, and that's something that special ops right now
What I'm
don't
saying
do.
is this: Wesley hasn't done anything in a very long time.
He went to prison. He had to stay in shape.
He did. He started yoga class in prison. You heard about that? Yeah. he
There
started
you
yoga
go.
class.
He's still in shape. Yoga's hard as fuck. Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes.
The only person that I would say I would give a chance playing that role would be Mahershala Ali. He'd be the only person.
Oh, yeah, he's in another movie coming up too.
Alita Battle Angel. And he was just in Green Book.
Oh yeah, he's in
Mhm.
something else coming up. I saw the preview for it.
Alita
last
Battle
night.
Angel.
That's what. Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that looks good.
Yeah.
That looks
But
good.
wide range of acting right there, and he's played bad guys. He's played
I just don't want him
border
to.
villains.
Well, people always forget these people have stuff they're already doing before other stuff comes out. They're not saturating it on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only one I agree with him playing
Nobody
Blade.
else I can think of.
But Wesley.
Wesley will be fine. Because,
Okay.
I mean, and here's the reason why I say that, all right?
Okay.
You look at the movies taken, all right? And you've got Liam Neeson, who's old as shit.
Yeah.
Liam Neeson, however, the problem with these movies is that in these action sequences, they have him doing things that he can't possibly do. Like run and jump over a fence. He's old. His knees are bad. Not fucking doing it. So they do cut scenes, but it ruins the sequence. You go back and look at the Blade movies and stuff, he's not really doing anything super acrobatic.
But the way they do things now, and to have that type of extra boom bang, they're probably going to want a lot of acrobatics.
But why, though? We don't need that.
You know what? He can do it acting. I'm just worried about his ability to physically do what needs to be done.
Here's what you do: you get him to play the FaceTime roles because he's got the persona of someone who needs
He's
to
too
play
arrogant
Blade.
to let anyone else do
That's
the body
why-
parts.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Well, that's also a thing too. But he's supposed to be going to jail again, I guess. I don't know.
Oh shit! Pay
He's in
taxes.
trouble. He's in trouble for taxes
Again.
again. That's,
He hasn't worked.
But he's like got $10 million of taxes. Or
He
something,
need to
I
do.
saw.
He need to do a movie then. Suit up for Blade to pay them taxes. But his arrogance is real.
So Mahershala Ali, bro, play Blade. I'd go see you play Blade.
And his words are really important for you to do it.
I know it cut down to your soul, and my acceptance of you is very important. I
It's
know.
very important. Mm-hmm.
If we didn't go dark, because that's the only that's he did such a good role that I couldn't see it being anybody else besides someone his like skin color. Like,
Yeah.
That's and that's
Because
the
if
problem.
they get anyone else,
But it's a problem though. It's typecasting just like the same.
but if
thing.
if they pick anyone who is not that same complexion, people would go crazy.
But that's the problem. We can't really say that, but we shouldn't say that.
I shouldn't say it,
No.
but I'm just saying. I didn't say it. Okay, I didn't say it. Sorry.
I think though there is something to be said for someone who has like the persona of being like a dark, brooding person like that. The only other person I can think of. No, I can't think of anybody. I don't know.
That's it.
I was trying to think of a white guy who could play it, but
Oh,
there's definitely a white guy out there that could play Blade, like who's dark enough to play Blade, not like skin color, but like
kind of cause all kind of problems now. Let's just end that right
I like
there.
to stir the pot. I
You
go
just-
to
you
parties,
just do
I
some
drink and fuck
seasoning.
shit up.
You just
So I do.
and walk out.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Toss the table.
Oh, this is an antique table. Fuck this table.
Bam.
Invite me to the next party.
Anyway, so that's gonna be it for us tonight, this evening, Thanksgiving Eve. We had fun.
Thanksgiving Eve.
Go out and be gluttonous.
Go do like I'm about to do. Go watch TV. Smell all the smells.
Are you gonna help cook it all?
Maybe. I can actually fucking throw down. Cooking is my hobby. It's my love, actually.
I see why he likes Blade so much. The arrogance is real. Anyway,
All right, I'm telling you, I'm gonna
Okay.
bring some shit up in here.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna own a restaurant in 10
you know,
years. Like that's the goal.
Oh, okay, that's good.
sure.
That's good. I'm just saying.
My family's from Louisiana. I know all the
I like
Creole though.
Meat.
so-
That's good. Okay.
Oh man, I can fucking.
I lived in New Orleans for quite some
I
time.
can fucking grill and make the best steaks you'll ever eat.
Anyway, I got
How do
you
you
beat.
eat your steaks?
Medium.
Ew.
Anyway,
Rare.
it's been great. Rare.
Protein.
I like medium
I've eaten
rare.
I've eaten raw steaks. Like it's good.
I can do. I'll do medium rare.
It's fucking delicious.
Well, there's certain cuts though you can do raw. That's like if you do a Kobe beef, you can do it raw. Raw is really nice. Anyway, that
Mine
is
was a
it
ribeye,
for
but it was
us.
Delicious. I've eaten raw bacon. too.
You're disgusting.
It's whatever. I'm still here. I didn't die. I didn't get sick. It's fine.
Anyway,
I went and drank
that is going to be
afterwards.
it for tonight. This fool. Thank y'all for
Chunk
tuning
juices,
in.
homie.
Wrap it up.
Missed you guys.
Wrap it up.
Later.
Bye.